Hey everybody, how we doing? I want to just kind of give us intros. We're starting to get into the courses here. I want to show you some of the important things I've discovered so far. So let me sign in real quick. I'm on a Chromebook. I'm going to sign in as a student. Give me one sec. I should bring the camera up. There we go. Hi. Sorry for the hat. It's a little unprofessional, but I don't have to worry about my hair and how it looks, and I'm a little vain. And so I appreciate you understanding that I'm wearing my handy dandy black cap. Okay, so I'm going to sign in as the student, and we're going to get into West Virginia Learns here, because first thing we need to look at in all these courses is the pacing chart. So what the pacing chart tells us is what we need to have done and when, by when, so that way we don't get behind, because that could be a very just messy situation if we get really far behind and then there's too much to do. And so let me sign in as the student real quick. All right, so first I'm going to show you where to find that pacing chart. So that's going to be important. That's how we know what we need to do. So let's go into Math 6 here. So this is a sixth grader. But all the courses are pretty much set up the same as far as I've come across. I have 59 different courses, so I haven't looked at all of them yet. And I'll probably have more. So just to give you a reference, if I spent 10 minutes on each of those, it's about 10 hours of time if I spent 10 minutes in each one of the courses. All right, Noah's getting some stuff done here. Great. So what we want to do to find this pacing chart is go to Welcome over here on the left, and then we're going to go to Course Information. All right, so Course Information, if it's going to load, hold on. Yeah, it's still loading. There it comes. Right, pace charts. Right there, pace charts. We're going to click that pace charts tab, and that's going to take us and show us what lessons we should be getting done by each week. If it'll load. These things are a little slow. So when we have this, there's all these different ones. Traditional pace is what we're looking at, right? We got a 36-year term. That's 36 is 4 times 9, right? 4 sets of 9 weeks. So I've got here, you can see I'm looking at week 1. Should get the module 1 pretest done on the first day. Adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying decimals, division. So that's in your first week. Here's your second week, right? It wants a mid-module check-in, 1/5 division of fractions, etc., etc. And it goes through all the weeks, all the way through 36 weeks. Right, so that's something we want to look at because we don't want to get behind. If we're going, we can always go back and check that pace chart and make sure that we are on course. So let me show you one more thing. So let's get into the content here. So once we're into the actual bread and butter of this thing, right? We got the welcome and getting started. Yeah, that's kind of important. But let's talk about what's getting graded, right? That's what we're going to be worried about in the end. So each module either has a quiz or sometimes it has an external learning tool. So what that can be is something that we have to print, fill out like a worksheet, and then you will submit it. So for example, if we have a quiz after we read the chapter here, so once you do the pretest, and you're going to take that pretest quiz, we get to here, adding and subtracting decimals. Make sure you take the quiz, right? So let's see what the first one that has an external learning tool. Wait, where are we going? Go back. There we go. Going to assignments. I don't know what this thing is doing. Okay, you just do what you want. I want to go here. All right, Dropbox. Right, so this is the kind of the tricky thing of because we have to print it out. And my suggestion is, so you can see once we get to unit, we get to 1-7, right? Module 1, I don't know, we'll call it section 7. We have to submit a worksheet. So you'll print that out at home, and then you'll upload the file. So to upload the file, here's my suggestion is, I would take a picture of it, make sure it looks good, that I can read it, that you can read it. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be that I can read it, because I do have to take a look at it, I believe, on my end and give you a grade. And so take a photo, email it. The kid, your child who is going through this program has a email. You can email it to their email. So what you'll do is once you email it to them with the photo there, it'll show up in their email. Save that photo to the computer, and then you'll add a file. All right, so we'll go there to add a file. You would go to like my computer, upload, and they could put that somewhere, like you could put it in my files would be fine, right? You could save it in that my files there. You could save it in downloads folder. It doesn't really matter where you end up saving it. So hopefully that covers the nuts and bolts there, right? So we covered pacing charts, so we know that we're keeping up, and we also covered getting into the modules, and whether we need to realize whether we need to take a quiz or we need to print something out, fill it out, and submit it. And I know that some of you guys might have trouble getting the file to the computer. We'll deal with that as we go. So just do your best. See if you can figure out something that works, a way to do it. Follow the directions I just gave. But anyway, I think that's all for now, guys. So I'll catch up with you guys soon. Thank you.